Hi guys, welcome. Okay, so this was an interesting topic that came up today. A client of mine was asking, without giving too much details, she was saying that she wanted to know how somebody felt about her commenting in a negative way about somebody who's in the other person's life that she's never met before. Um, I'll just make it up. Say, for example, you guys don't know my friend Amy. You don't know Amy, but you've heard me talk about her. And imagine that, like, I said something about Amy, and then one of you guys were like talking bad about her to me. How would that make me feel to hear somebody say something bad about my friend from somebody who has never met this person? So what comes up is, and I did the regular card reading, and then I explained what the problem is with this. So when, if you don't like somebody, right, there's usually a fear, an insecurity, something about the person that threatens you in some way. Otherwise, you wouldn't feel passionately about it. So, for example, I'll talk about myself because I might have brought this up before. I'm going to try not to give a lot of details because I don't want anybody to understand the story if any of my friends are watching. I don't think anybody that's close enough to me that watches my channel wouldn't know these people. But anyway, this was just a girl that I knew. This was not like a boyfriend's ex. It wasn't a friend of mine. It was just somebody I knew. And I don't know why. I just don't know why. I just fucking hated this girl. I just couldn't stand her. Everything about her just rubbed me the wrong way. Like, I felt like she put on an act. I felt like everything about her was fake. I felt like her energy was like, I'm going to play stupid, and I'm going to play like I'm really nice, and I'm going to play like I'm really innocent. But I think that she was really conniving, manipulating, and very smart. I don't think she was stupid at all. And I think she knew exactly what she was doing. And I think that she tried to like make herself out to be some type of a victim so that everybody made excuses for her so that she didn't have to live up to the expectations that normal adults have to. That's pretty much what I think. And I just, like, she just grated on my last nerve. Like, one of those people that, like, she would just like put on an act like she was like cute and stupid and innocent, but she wasn't. Like, that's not what was going on. Really, she knew what she was doing. She knew how to get what she wanted, and she was hiding behind this facade of being, oh, so nice. And I fucking couldn't stand her. Anyway. And I used to ask myself all the time, like, she really had nothing to do with me. So why did I hate her so much? She wasn't in my everyday life. I didn't really have to cross paths with her. But whenever somebody said something about her, especially if they said something nice, I just wanted to kill them. Anyway, so, I started like thinking about the way it would come off if I were to attack somebody for giving somebody else a compliment. It comes off very jealous, very insecure. It just comes off, it's just ugly. Like, just imagine if somebody said, oh, I watched Danny from the Magic Junk Drawer. Oh, I think that she's a really good tarot reader. Now imagine someone who doesn't know me, who hardly ever heard of me, or maybe knows very little about me, and then all of a sudden they were like, what the fuck do you listen to her for? Like, she's a fucking idiot. Like, what? I don't understand. Like, what's the big deal? Like, I don't understand why you always watch that shit. Like, look how ugly that is. Like, it's just ugly. It's not, it's like, you could just see it's ugly. So how do you deal with these situations? The best thing that I can say is, when you're faced with a situation like this, is to stay as neutral as you can, because by not saying anything says enough. And unless the situation personally involves you or affects you, I would steer clear of reacting like that, because it does come off very ugly. And the only person that it looks bad for you. It doesn't look bad for the other person. Like, I'm over here doing my thing, doing my tarot card reads, for somebody else to say something negative about me, for what reason? I mean, if you don't like my channel, don't watch it. That's fine. If you don't connect with me as a person, that's okay too. But to, to be like nasty like that, or to come off like degrading somebody, or what happens is the other person, the middle person, tends to defend the other person because it's really ugly. And you want to defend somebody when they're being attacked for something that when they didn't do anything. So especially, you don't know what the relationship is. Like, let's say it's your best friend, or it's your mother, or it's your husband. Like, you're going to defend that person if somebody says something bad about them. So you don't want to give the other person a chance to defend them, because that's how they're going to feel. Like, if somebody were to make a comment about, like I said, my friend Amy, I would be like, hey, wait a minute. She's been my friend since I'm like in 10th grade. Like, back up. Like, how dare you? So I'm immediately going to go on the defense because you're attacking somebody who I feel is my friend, right? So you don't want to put yourself in that kind of a situation, because it's ugly. And when people start to pick up those kinds of insecurities and those kind of jealousies, that's how it comes off. It comes off as looking jealous and insecure, because there's no reason to attack somebody else. People will always expose themselves for exactly who they are. You don't have to do it. It just, and like, it doesn't take, like, they show themselves very easily, and it doesn't take a long time. People expose themselves for exactly who they are. So let that happen. Let them expose themselves without you having to turn into like the green-eyed jealous monster, because it's an ugly thing and you don't want, to come off that way, and you're not going to win. That's the thing. Like, if you're attacking somebody for something, especially somebody that you don't know, you're not going to win. The other person's going to defend them, especially if they're in some sort of a relationship with them, whatever the relationship may be. It could be that they're friends, or it's a relative. Like, a lot of times, like, how about this? You have friends that are sisters, right? Like, I've been friends with sisters. If I have a problem with one sister, the other sister will defend, like, like me and my one friend had a problem with my one friend's sister, and she was defending her sister, of course, and what we were saying, she was trying to combat. Like, she was like, yeah, but that's just how she is. And we were like, yeah, we know, and that's why we don't like her. Like, that's what it is. Like, we don't like to be spoken to like that. We don't like the way that comes off. So if you want to look at the situation, like, how is this going to affect me? Like, where's my vibration? Like, what is this? Am I turning into like ugly, jealous, insecure? Or am I coming from a place of love and respect? Because if you don't know someone, you don't really want to attack them. Even if you know them, or you know of them, or you've been in situations where you've had to be near them, you don't want to come off like in a lower vibration, and that's what's going to happen. It's going to lower your vibration, because when you start to feel like that, when you start to feel like you have to attack someone else, like, she's not as good as me. That's what it's really saying, right? She's not as good as me. Why are you friends with her? Why do you want her to be in your life? What, she didn't show up? So why are you going to hang out with her again? Like, it comes off very ugly. So my suggestion would be to saying nothing says a lot. And also, excuse me, unless it directly affects you, like, it screws up your plans, or this person's interfering with your plans, then I would say something. But otherwise, I would try to avoid it. All right. I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.